Well. I had to watch the playoffs yesterday, and now I'm going to have to do it again today. I'm going to have to watch the playoffs without the Dallas Cowboys. But at the end of the day, I'm watching the playoffs, and I'm saying there are some things that we're watching that I believe the Dallas Cowboys need to do, and we're going to discuss that in another video. But we have some celebrating to do. I mean, we had 3 players make All-Pro. I mean, we had CeeDee Lamb, second-team All-Pro. He's on our team for the next 3 years, but we got a problem. Cavante Turpin, he made first-team All-Pro as a kick returner, and he is a restricted free agent. He's not the problem. Let's talk Cowboys. We're about to talk facts. Welcome, Cowboy fans and Cowboy haters alike. I'm the G, and I'm the host of Let's Talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Let's talk facts. Brandon Aubrey is phenomenal. Brandon Aubrey is a phenomenal kicker. Brandon Aubrey is now on his second All-Pro. He's only been signed with the Dallas Cowboys for 2 years. And also, he's only been in the league for 2 years. The Dallas Cowboys, I mean, they have some, 30 free agents? Whether it be restricted, unrestricted. I mean, they have 30 free agents they're going to have to make a decision on to pay this year. And so you're wondering, but what are you saying? Because Brandon Aubrey is not a free agent. He's not. But the issue is, Brandon Aubrey is the best kicker in the league, hands down. And a lot of people don't realize it because Brandon Aubrey is just now in the league. We're thinking that, okay, this guy's young, and so Brandon Aubrey is going to be in this league for a long time. I got news for us. Brandon Aubrey is 29 years old, and Brandon Aubrey is going to be 30 years old when the season starts. Brandon Aubrey is on the last year of his contract, and so we have to ask ourselves, one, how much longer is he going to kick? And number 2, do we need to sign Brandon Aubrey right now, a year early? And I'm going to tell you unequivocally, we need to re-sign Brandon Aubrey right now. We don't need to wait till next year. Let me give you a little background on Brandon Aubrey. Brandon Aubrey's story is nothing short of incredible. Brandon Aubrey, in some respects, he has a career to me that's similar to one Cavante Turpin. I will be doing a full story on him tomorrow. But let's look at Aubrey's ascension to the NFL. Aubrey's ascension from national champion soccer player at Notre Dame to MLS. He was a Major League Soccer player, first-round pick to Toronto FC, to software engineer at GM Financial, to a player for the Birmingham Stallions of the USFL, and now the NFL record holder with the Cowboys, has a connective tissue that started while watching football one Sunday with his wife, Jen, but she wanted to clarify one point. It actually wasn't after seeing an NFL player's miss kick, because I think anytime a player misses an opportunity, the reaction is, oh, I could have done that, Jen said. We were just watching a game, and I was thinking, honestly, Brandon, you can do that. I know he thought it was a little far-fetched, but what made me think it was watching him play soccer at Notre Dame. He had an incredible shot. I knew he had a good leg, but I don't know. I could imagine this. Then came the Google search. The first result that appeared was the one-on-one kicking with Egan. At Aubrey's first workout with Egan, he was with 4 middle and high school kickers. One of them was Josh Plaster, who was now a punter at the University of Oklahoma. At that time, Plaster was a 17-year-old junior from Flower Mound, Texas High School. I thought maybe Aubrey was someone that went to college and was coming back to try to kick again in college, like some of the Australians, Plaster said. I don't know, but we were pretty shocked when he showed up. At first, Aubrey was asking the kids questions, but then the tables turned. I could tell off the bat that his ball contact was something inside of a comic book. Plaster said, it's unreal. He doesn't swing his leg very hard, and it's a missile off his foot. Really high and really far. It didn't take long for Egan to be impressed too. He had a couple of balls that were just really pure, Egan said. I looked at the other coaches and said, this kid, he's got something special to him. 3 days a week for the next 2 years, Aubrey and Egan were trained together. When COVID-19 hit, they had to find different places to kick because some of their fields were closed. At one point, Aubrey was aiming at high posts for practice in the community park. He put the time and effort in to get to the point that he could compete at the highest level. Egan said, I told him, hey, it's time to venture to these showcase camps. I done what I could for him, teaching him, but now he's got to get your feet wet and see where you stand amongst your peers. As he took aim at a football kicking career, connections between Aubrey, Notre Dame, and the Cowboys began to appear. At one of the showcases, he met former kicker John Carney, who started Notre Dame before having a long NFL career. Aubrey impressed enough that he was picked in the 32nd round in the 2022 USFL draft by the Birmingham Stallions, coached by Skip Holtz. Skip's father, Lou, was the Irish's head coach, and Skip served as an assistant. Stallion special teams coach Chris Benoit had a tie to the Cowboys. He was their kicker from 94 to 96. Oh, Chris Boignol. He was the kicker from 94 to 96. He won a Super Bowl with them in 95, and he held the team mark for consecutive kicks made at 27 from 2011 to 2013. He was an assistant special teams coach on Jason Garrett's staff. Boignol coached Dan Bailey, who was an undrafted free agent in 2011 and became the most accurate kicker in team history, 88.2%. He immediately saw a similarity between Bailey and Aubrey. He's got the physical talent, but I thought the makeup was one of the biggest things people overlooked. Boignol said of Aubrey, he's very even, constant flatline personality. He's never too excited, never too frustrated, just tremendous poise. With the Stallions, Boignol put Aubrey through different situations in practice to get him ready for game action. Delays for an instant replay review, a last-second timeout, a mayday moment at the end of a half or a game. In 2022, Aubrey made 18 of 22 field goal tries and 22 of 24 extra points for the Stallions. This past season, he made 14 of 15 field goals and all 35 extra points. Brandon Aubrey is an absolute beast. And so now the Dallas Cowboys, Brandon Aubrey has performed way above his contract. He has. And so the issue is for the Dallas Cowboys, I know they got to deal with some free agents, but I also think they need to be thinking way ahead of time as it pertains to Brandon Aubrey. Because Brandon Aubrey has been absolutely killer on this team. And I'm telling you, the argument can be made that Brandon Aubrey has literally been the best player on this team in 2024. I want you to look at the Brandon Aubrey stats. Brandon Aubrey's stats are incredible. And there's a reason why this kid is all pro again. You think about the fact that, one, he can kick from the parking lot. I always say he can kick from the parking lot. I mean, Brandon Aubrey was 1 yard off of having the longest field goal in history. And I believe that Brandon Aubrey, before it's all said and done, Brandon Aubrey is probably going to kick a 70-yard field goal. I mean, Brandon Aubrey's going to kick a 70-yard field goal. And so when you look at this kid's stats, look at this. This is incredible. Brandon Aubrey, 40 for 47 field goals. This kid made 40 field goals this year. He was 30 for 30 on extra points. He has a total of 150 points, with his longest field goal being 65 yards. Brandon Aubrey, again, first team All-Pro. I want us to prepare ourselves because Brandon Aubrey's agent is none other than this man right here. And if you're not familiar with this man, let me scroll down a little bit. I want you to look who his clients are. Aaron Donald. Hold on a second. His client is Dak Prescott. I am telling us, I am going to be absolutely shocked if Brandon Aubrey kicks another field goal for the Dallas Cowboys without a contract. And somebody says, well, why are you saying this? Why do you think he's not going to kick another field goal without a contract when he already has a contract? Let me show you something. This is Brandon Aubrey's contract. And keep in mind, Brandon Aubrey's age. He's 29. He's going to be 30 years of age next year. Brandon Aubrey contract is a grand total of $2.7 million, basically. $2,695,000. The Cowboys' base salary for him in 2023 was $750,000. In 2024, it's $915,000. You can call me crazy, but if you're the best, if you're one of the best players on the team, and you're going to risk coming back and kicking for this team and waiting an entire year and then be a restricted free agent, you're going to wait an entire year and only get paid $1 million, and you're literally the best kicker in the league. This is crazy. Cowboys need to be proactive on this. They really need to be proactive on this. And when you look at kicker contracts, the Cowboys will be crazy if they don't go ahead and pay Brandon Aubrey. I want you to look at the top paid kickers in the league. Harrison Butker for the Chiefs. He's 30. He's making $6.4 million a year, $17 million guaranteed, $15 million fully guaranteed. He has a $25.6 million contract. I mean, you look at these kickers, Jake Elliott, Justin Tucker, Matt Gay. I mean, look at this. They're in the 20 millions. Evan McPherson. Look at this for the Bengals, 16 million. Look at where these guys are getting paid. And how do you be the best kicker in the league for the last 2 years? He's literally the best kicker in the league. And when you look at his pay, $2.7 million? I'm sorry, guys. I know this is the contract that he signed, but there are times when a player outplays the contract. And I'm sorry, Brandon Aubrey has outplayed his contract. And I will be shocked. I will be absolutely shocked if Todd France allows Brandon Aubrey to go out there and risk getting hurt and not getting paid. I mean, he's literally the best kicker in the league. Let me let you look at his stats again. I mean, what Brandon Aubrey has done, man, it's nothing short of phenomenal. Let me show you his stats again. What Brandon Aubrey is doing is nothing short of phenomenal. I mean, the Cowboys are literally crazy if they don't go ahead and put Brandon Aubrey on the list for next year to go ahead and pay him early. This is crazy. He's totally outplayed this contract. They have got to do something about this man's contract. There is no way Brandon Aubrey should be kicking for the Cowboys at that rate. But again, congratulations to Brandon Aubrey. What would this team look like without Brandon Aubrey? What would it look like? I don't think this team would have won a third. I won't go as far as a half. I don't think they win a third of the games they won, especially this season. I don't think they win a third of the games they won this season. And maybe a tenth of the games they won last year. Unless Brandon Aubrey is as good as he is. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Should the Dallas Cowboys sign Brandon Aubrey early rather than continuing to underpay this man, knowing he is literally the best kicker in the league? Y'all tell me what you think. Leave your answer in the comments. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know the next time I post another video. Let's talk Cowboys, where we talk facts. Peace.